Join me as I search my Florida backyard to see if there's a deadly banded water snake lurking around. The banded water snake is a species that's often misunderstood, and it's not uncommon to find them in Florida backyards, especially near bodies of water. They're relatively small, typically growing to around 3 to 4 feet in length, with a distinctive banded pattern running along their bodies. But what makes them so important to recognize is their ability to blend in with their surroundings, making them experts at hiding in plain sight. You might think you're looking at a cottonmouth or a copperhead, but chances are it's just a harmless banded water snake. A lot of people mistake them for more venomous snakes because of their similar color patterns, but the truth is, banded water snakes are completely non-venomous. They're actually a lot more slender than cottonmouths and copperheads, with a more pointed snout and a less bulky body. And if you take a closer look, you'll notice that the banded pattern is a lot more distinct and orderly on a banded water snake, whereas venomous snakes tend to have more mottled or irregular patterns. Another misconception about banded water snakes is that they're aggressive and will attack you if they feel threatened. But in reality, they're actually pretty shy creatures that prefer to avoid confrontations altogether. They're primarily fish eaters, and they spend most of their time hunting in or near the water. If you do encounter one, it's best to just leave it alone and let it go about its business. They're not a threat to humans, and they actually play a vital role in keeping aquatic ecosystems balanced. Banded water snakes are an important part of the food chain, controlling fish populations and keeping them from overgrazing aquatic plants. They're also a food source for other predators like birds and alligators, and despite their fearsome reputation, they're actually a lot more beneficial to the environment than most people give them credit for. By learning to coexist with banded water snakes, we can actually help to preserve the delicate balance of our ecosystems. But here's the most surprising fact about banded water snakes that'll really blow your mind. They're not just harmless, they're actually incredibly beneficial to have around. In fact, they're one of the most efficient predators of invasive fish species, like the lionfish. So, if you do spot a banded water snake in your backyard, consider yourself lucky. It's like having your own personal aquatic superhero, keeping the bad guys at bay and protecting your local ecosystem. So what did we learn today? Banded water snakes might look intimidating, but they're actually harmless, beneficial, and play a vital role in maintaining the balance of our ecosystems. By recognizing and respecting these snakes, we can work together to create a more harmonious coexistence with the natural world. Thanks for joining me on this adventure into the world of Florida's fascinating wildlife. If you've had any interesting encounters with snakes or other animals, leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear about it. And if you're interested in learning more about the local wildlife, be sure to check out our next video, where we'll be exploring another fascinating species that might just be lurking in your own backyard.